Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum brothers and sisters. Alhamdulillah, this morning I continue on making this video on the topic of religion and belief because I think it's very important topic to talk about, to think about, because it has to do with talking about our Creator. And I have been doing it almost a year. It's more of preaching myself 80% and share with you 20%. And I believe I got benefit from it, preaching myself, because it has to be done every day if you can. It's not something that you just do once a month, because there is saying, or the prophet saying, like we do prayer 5 times a day. It's like we wash ourselves, we take a bath in the river. So when we do subuh prayer, it's like say we take a bath in the river, cleanse ourselves, and then the body get dirty after a few hours. So from subuh to Zuhur, say 5 or 6 hours, the body get dirty, and then we perform prayer and then clean ourselves in the river or wherever it is. And then from Zuhur to Asar, how many hours is that? 3 to 4 hours. Our body get dirty and then clean again by the prayer, by the Asar prayer. And then from Asar to Maghrib, 3 to 4 hours, maybe 3 hours, and then our body get dirty and then clean again by having a bath in the river. And then from Maghrib to Isha, I think about 2 hours, our body get dirty and then clean again with the prayer. Then Isha, I think many people also pray at night at tahajjud, and then also night prayer of witir. So there's also a process of cleaning it. After a few hours of sleep, wake up and then pray. Also process of cleaning it. So it's a continuous process actually. So that's why I do this preaching of myself, doing it every day for a year already. So when I talk about our Creator, I'm preaching of myself 80% and you be 20%. So that's why I keep doing it, and I also like doing it. I feel the benefit to myself. I see the benefit in this world, and in the next world I will see it more, because the reward will be seen in the next world. and the small reward will be seen in this world. So what is the small reward I get from doing this? Is I feel happy to do this. I enjoy it and I feel happy. That is the reward I get from doing this, because it's happy doing to me. It's like my cup of tea. Okay, why is it important? Because our Creator is important. He created us, and we should be thankful. And He created the earth that you stand on. We should be thankful. And He created the heaven, the sky, the cloud. We'll get the rain, which we drink the water, and we clean ourselves with the water. We should be thankful. What else? From the rain, He grow plantation, delicious fruits that grow on land, and you enjoy eating the fruit. That we should be thankful. And that is the reason why it's very important to clean our heart of disease. So if we don't clean our heart will get disease. So how we clean our heart is by remembering. I think yesterday I was talking about zikir. So remembering Allah by zikir. But when you talk about it, you also remember Allah by talking about our Creator. When we talk about our Creator, the process is reaching myself and talk about what is going on in this world. But hopefully we can relate it to the to the revelation in the Koran. Just like a country who suppress the Muslim, then there is punishment that come to them. Being a rich country, and no more very quickly, no more, and also suffer from rain, heavy rain that destroy, and then earthquake that destroy. What else? And then the difficulty in the shortage of fuel, things like that, and the outsiders start to dislike that country and moving away from that country, and cause suffering on, and they make a lot of bad decisions. That is also Allah doing, make their decision bad. So that is also Allah doing, that we call not barakah. So when we say what we're doing lack of barakah, the end result is always bad. We think we are doing good, but there's always something there will make the end result bad. That is happening actually. I seen that. What else? When we talk about other country and related, and there are also other country that good, That is good. Even though they are not Muslim, they fought for the right of the Muslim, and we see that the country is rewarded with their quality of coal being first grade, their cotton being first grade, and things like that is the reward in this world that Allah give for doing something good. But if they are non-Muslim, doing good will also be rewarded in this world. But they don't get the reward in next world, but they get the reward in this world. So you see in that country who express or protest when the country is doing bad, they protest and they fight for just like they are not happy of the treatment of the Muslim in one country, and you see that as well. They're doing something that is good, and they got the reward in this world. You'll see that. So that is also mentioned that the non-believers who doing good get the reward in this world. There are also the non-Muslim who are generous, so giving their money and helping others, so they get the reward as well in this world. But in the next world, if they don't believe, then they would also be punished. That is, I read many times of that. I think it's also mentioned in the Koran, something like that. I have read. What else about Allah? Okay, yes. I think I had enough of preaching, because I mentioned about me doing this is like cleaning. Cleaning is not done once a month. In prayer we do it 5 times a day. So what I'm doing, making this video once a day, that's good enough. Doing it every day, so I never think of doing it once a week. That's too far apart. So doing once a day is, I believe, is just nice for me. So each morning I come here and talk, and I deliver my video to you, and hopefully you get benefit from it. Okay, let's now talk about what is going on in this world. I've been talking about Taiwan yesterday, so I've been talking about UK. So let's now talk about France. Not many people know about France. Many people know about UK, not many people about France. France is a big country, north and south. The south, it extends to Some of the shoreline in the south, I believe, is the Mediterranean Sea. I've been to France before. France is a rich country. They produce a lot of product. But not really very popular, like their car. It's not very popular in this area, but they have a car, Renault car. What else they produce? I remember the other one was commonly I seen when I was in UK. This French car, common in UK, but not common here. Maybe they had not really make the effort to sell their cars a lot, or maybe simply it's not popular. Like Renault car, not so popular. What other car? Citroen, yes, Citroen. Common in UK, but not common here. The Citroen. Oh, maybe I've seen that, but not many. I believe one of my relatives has a car named Citroen. It's French car. Other than that, they don't produce a lot of product sent to this country, but they are good in making pharmaceutical industry. They are good. Maybe the tablets you eat come from France. I remember some of the tablets I eat maybe from France. So many of the pharmaceutical, very important pharmaceutical pill come from France. So they are good in pharmaceutical. They are also good in weapon, in making weapon. They are good, and the jet plane at one time was prepared by the Israel, the Mirage, used by the Israel, and he had won battles against the Arab who used the Russian planes. So Mirage, the Mirage also used in India. The typical characteristic of Mirage is the delta wing. If you see a delta wing jet plane, so it can be a Mirage. But India, Tigers also follow the delta wing. Tigers fighter plane from India is following that concept of delta wing. Why it is delta wing? To increase the area, the surface area of the wing. With increased surface area, is become maneuverable, more maneuverable, can change direction better, and also increase the lift. When the lift of a jet plane is increased, it can carry more weapons on its wing. What else is the advantage of delta wing? Yes, the famous Mirage used by the Israel to win battles with the Arabs. What else is famous for? At one time, France was famous for its exhausted missiles. During the Falkland War, this Argentina used these exhausted missiles flown on a jet plane called Inten-B. I don't know, Inten-B also made in France, but the exhausted have been successful in sinking a number of British warship. When it was successful used in the Falkland War, just overnight the price of exhaustic increased to threefold. So France is a kind of will increase their product when it is popular. When it is popular, it increase their product. So, and I remember the European fighter jet, Eurofighter. Actually, France was in it, but then the France maybe not able to get along with other designers, say from Germany and Britain. In the end, France decided to leave the Eurofighter team. So, because they think they can produce better plane than the other European country combined together. Maybe it is better plane or not. What they had come up with is a jet plane that match the Eurofighter jet plane. The called Rafale. So Rafale and Eurofighter, both are good fighter plane. But then India is buying Rafale, so they choose the French product Rafale because India had Mirage before, so they believe the French fighter plane is good, so they continue to buy product from French, which is Rafale. So how good is Rafale? They say it's a good jet plane, fighter plane. And China feel a bit concerned when India bought jet plane from France. They're a bit worried because if this jet plane become superior to their jet plane, then you see in the battle you see the match, meaning that Rafale will bring down more of the Chinese plane than the Chinese plane able to bring down Rafale. So that is what is happening when one jet plane is better than the other. So they always design the jet plane to be better than the other. So now you see what is the best jet plane. Some believe is F-35. Lockheed Martin product of the F-35. At one time there was a lot of controversy on F-35, but now after Israel managed to destroy S-400 in Syria, the name of the jet plane F-35 gone up because their stealth being effective in hiding the plane from being detected by the radar. But the Chinese had claimed that they can detect F-35. Well, if they had claimed that if it's true, then F-35 will not be so effective fighting in China. But we don't know what is reality. Sometimes it's only a claim. In truth, maybe it's a different result. We'll see. So what I was talking about France. So France is a democratic country under President Macron. The thing about Macron is not so friendly with the Muslim, and some of the French people also not friendly. They were famous for being against some of the people. This incident of them drawing cartoon of the Prophet, and one Muslim actually went to the office, carry a gun and shoot the cartoonist. But eventually that Muslim was also killed by the security. Of course, he was doing it on his own, but then he had managed to kill some of the cartoonists that made the drawing of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, that is France, and the President Macron not so friendly with the Muslim. So this Macron is not friendly with Turkey as well. They are not friendly with Turkey as well. They are helping the insurgent who fight the Turkish army. They are helping. And also, when there's a conflict between Greece and Turkey, France is helping Greece send their nuclear submarine. What else there? So in case there's a war break out between Greece and France, so France may be also involved in fighting to have Greece. So that's what happening. You see, is other country don't like the Muslims, so they're trying to stop or help the other party. It's just like because they don't like, just like they're helping the enemy of Turkey, the PKK. The PKK is always causing problem to Turkey. They rule the country below in Syria, but below the south of Turkey. So there are so many Turkish people in Syria, and these people, this PKK, they're not very, we call it, not very Islamic in their way and thinking, more like socialist, or so they kind of not compatible to the Turkish people in the south who are more Islamic than this PKK party. It has always been true that the enemy of Muslim is always the people who don't believe. So the war between believers and unbelievers manifests in the politics of Turkey. So only unbelievers, these friends. But then there is a big population of Muslims in France. 5 million of Muslim in France, and more converts also in France. So in the future, I don't know why, sometimes the reason why they don't like Muslim is the politics. If there are more Muslim in their country, then if there is election, the Muslim will choose the Muslim leader and they lose in the election. Just like we see in London, the mayor in London is now a Muslim, because there are a lot of Muslim in London. So in the future, if there's more Muslim people in Europe, you'll see many Muslim MP in the parliament. More and more Muslim MP winning the election. We see that in Europe already there's many Muslim MP in the parliament. In UK as well, and in US we see that. I see that seeing the Muslim MP in UK is all because of they winning the election. Of course, if there are many Muslim in the area, Muslim will vote the Muslim, of course, of their interests. And Macron being not popular with the Muslim, sure the Muslim will not vote him, and that make also him to get angry with the Muslim. I seen that attitude of the politician in a country. in not only in France, I think in the Eastern Europe, some of the politicians there don't like the Muslim. They want to suppress the Muslim, don't allow the Muslim immigrant to come to their place. It's all because they're worried that maybe their country will become Islamic, or many Muslim MPs in the parliament that worrying them because they are non-Muslim, so the non-Muslim will not be elected, so they worry about their country become Muslim. But some people don't have worry of this kind, like Putin in Russia. He doesn't worry if Russia become an Islamic country in the future, so he don't have this worry. But some politician in Europe worrying about it. Some even want the government to do more to suppress the Muslim, and it had resulted in this kind of people when mad. You remember that in a country in, I don't know the name, can't remember the name of the country, I think in Europe, North Europe, was it in Norway, and someone just gone mad of this thinking. He carry a gun and shoot at people. So some people had gone mad because of thinking of dislike of the Muslims. Okay, brothers and sisters, I had enough of talking what is going on in this world. Now let me read the Koran. I had a lot of interruption yesterday. Telephone call, alhamdulillah, this morning is clear. Okay, I should be reading 145 this morning. So to get the barakah of this morning, let me read the first sentence in Arabic. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Walikullin darajatum mimma aminu wa ma rabbuka bighafilin amma ya'malun. Sadaqallahul Azim. And each one has the stages or the degree of what they're doing, and God is not unaware of what they're doing. The degree mean here, some doing it really bad, some doing it not really bad, something like that, I believe. The degree of crime, maybe. And your Lord is rich and full of blessing. If He wants it, He will destroy you. And after he destroy you, then change you with the new people that he like. As he changed the descendant from the different descendant. Verily, each one that have been promised to you, whatever is been promised to you will come. You will not be able to avoid it. Say, Muhammad, all my people, do as much as you can later you will know that you will get things that is good in the next world, and whoever is cruel will not be successful. Do as much as a good thing. That's what is mean here. Strive to do good things and not striving to do bad thing or like being cruel. And they set a portion of the product of their plantation and animal that they reared for Allah, and say, and they follow only the guesswork. They say this is for Allah and this is for idol, and the portion they give to idol, they will not be reaching Allah, and the other portion is for Allah. And will reach their idol. Really bad is what they are saying. Then that is their idol, is the Satan, who make what they're doing look nice to them, and for the people who don't believe, they had also killed their offspring, their sons and daughters, as they mix religion of their own. If Allah had wanted, they would not have been doing that. Then let them be with what is deceiving that they invented. So these unbelievers were also known to kill their I think the story was they killed their daughters more than the son. I think during that time before the prophets, so some of the tradition in that area, when they bear the daughter, they feel ashamed, but if they bear the son, they feel proud, something like that. So this culture is also seen in the East, where if they get baby daughter, they don't like it, and something like that, and they give it away to other people to look after it. And the story over in our area is that the Muslim take their baby daughter. If they're not happy with the baby daughter, the Muslim look after their baby daughter. That's what's happening of the story of the people in the past, not far in the past, but quite recent by the standard. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, that complete my reading of the Quran. Let now read the Gospel of Barnabas. Where are we now? Okay. Now we should be reading 143. I think yesterday was very important chapter. I believe I want to read it again. It's about the Messiah. When Jesus said the Messiah is not him, but not coming of the seed of David, meaning the Messiah will not be among the Jews, but shall be the seed of Ishmael, that is the Arab people, and they feel not happy. They feel not happy with Jesus, and they try to make what you call, the word is just tell the story of Jesus that he's slender. We call it slender. So they make slender to make the people to go against Jesus. And for this reason, they also influence Herod, the king, to go against Jesus. And then they were plotting to get rid of Jesus. This is the chapter in 142. So it tells a lot of things of these Jews is jealous of Prophet Muhammad, because Prophet Muhammad is not people from the Jew. But then Allah knows what the Jew is like. What the Jew is like, Allah knows. But then Jesus is among them, they still go and kill Jesus. So it is appropriate that Prophet Muhammad don't come from them anymore, but coming from the seed of Ismail, that is the Arab. Okay, I think. Okay, I just read few pages, a few chapter on this paragraph on chapter 143. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Then came all the disciples to Damascus by the will of God. On that day, Judas traitor, more than any other, made sure of suffered grief at Jesus' absence. Wherefore Jesus said, Let everyone away of him who without occasion labor to give thee token of love. And God looked away from our understanding, and God took away from our understanding, that we might not know what end he said this. After the coming of all the disciples, Jesus said, Let us return into Galilee, for thus has the angel of God said unto me, that I needs must go thither. Whereupon one Sabbath morning Jesus came to Nazareth. When the citizens recognized Jesus, everyone desired to see him. Whereupon a publican by name of Zacchaeus, who was of small stature, not being able to see Jesus by reason of the great multitude, climbed to the top of the sycamore. There waited for Jesus to pass that place when he went to synagogue. Jesus then, having come into that place, lifted his eye and said, Come down, you Zacchaeus, for today I will abide in thy house. The man came down and received him with gladness, making a splendid feast. The Pharisees murmured, saying to Jesus' disciples, Wherefore is your master gone in to eat with publicans and sinners? Jesus answered, For what the cause does the physician enter into an house? Tell me, I will tell you, therefore I am come in hither to answer, to heal the sick. They answered, To heal the sick. Yea, say the truth, said Jesus, for the whole have no need of medicine, only the sick. Okay, I complete the reading of that chapter. With that, I end my video today. Thank you very much for listening.